Okay, welcome. Here is an app that I've built. I'm calling it Recruitable Me. It's an online job search assistant and it's based on ChatGPT. It pulls in a bunch of stuff behind the scenes and it also pulls in all of the logic and the capabilities of ChatGPT in an assistant that will let you do things like analyze your resume to see what kind of jobs you should be looking for. Also, rewrite your resume if you want to. You can generate custom resumes, and you can also generate custom cover letters for recruiters and hiring managers. And you can also use it to see if there's a match between your resume and a job listing. You can use it to analyze gaps between what the requirements are for a certain job and your skill set. And you can also identify ways to strengthen your skills or other positions you might be interested in pursuing based on your history and your experience. So let's get started. Okay, we have an imaginary marketing director named Jane Doe, and she's got this extended resume, and it's a long resume. She's been working for a long time. And so what's happened is she's got to go look for another job, or she wants another job, so she's got to look for one. And but this is way too much. The other thing too is that she she definitely wants to find another job, and here are her job requirements. This is what she's looking for. She is working, she's looking for another opportunity. She's looking for a senior marketing director, a VP of marketing role. She's looking for $250,000 a year and the size of the company and all of this. This is all that she's looking for. And then there is a bio that is a personal statement for her, talking about her career and just giving a sense of who she is and how she is, and also her communication style. And we'll see how that all fits together in a minute. Also, if you're interested, there are instructions for this, and you can read through it and see how this all fits together. There's a lot here, but I'm hoping that this video is going to explain things much more succinctly and make it possible for people to make sense of this up front and not have to wade through all the words. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so what we're going to do in here, what we're going to do is we are going to copy and paste these three documents into here, and we're going to load up the system with the information in here. With AI, the more data you give it, the richer the kind of data set that it has to work with. So you want to give it as much detail as you can about yourself, because then when you start looking for jobs, it's going to do a better of quote unquote understanding what you're looking for and what might fit better with you. So in the case with so many things on the computer, garbage in, garbage out. So if you have good quality data that you load in up front, then it gives it more to work with. So your chances are better of having better matches and being more efficient as you go. So I'm going to, first, I'm going to copy this whole thing, and I'm going to say, here is my resume. Please use this in my job search. And then we're going to paste that in. And it's thinking about it, little blinky dots there. Okay, great. So this has all of this and it's just spit it back out. And then here we're going to copy this whole thing. Here is my bio. Please use this in my job search. And we're basically loading this in as a conversation. And I have this configured to remember the conversation. So then we're going to take the FAQ, copy all of this. And here is an FAQ about my that in. And so once this goes in, we will have loaded in the resume, the bio, and the FAQ. Okay, great. And it gives you a job search strategy. So if we go up here, we can scroll down and see. These are here, target opportunities. And then we can do this. All right. So let's say, resume. Because nowadays people don't like to see really long resumes and they only care about stuff that's like maybe 10 or 15 years old, which is kind of odd because, you know, if you spend however many years of your life gaining that experience, shouldn't you somehow get credit for it? I don't know. Anyway, so here is this. And since it goes back to 2002, this goes back to 2002. So we can do this. You can grab this, and the thing to keep in mind, anytime you generate something from this, you need to double check and make sure. You can't just grab it, copy paste it, and put it in there thinking that it's going to be okay. You need to double check it because ChatGPT likes to hallucinate. It comes up with things that sound really great, and it sounds really great to us too, but it's not accurate. So you just need to double check. But this does a pretty good job of pulling it out, and then it lists the things that apparently matter and so on and so forth. So we've got that. Now let's go over to Indeed and let's look for the VP, well, and we're going to do in New York, New York. So we're going to have this be, say, within 10 miles, experience level. We want senior level, location, New York. And we want hybrid. And the job type, we want full-time. Okay. So here is the digital marketing senior manager. That might be a little junior. And plus, it's not as much money as she wants to make. Oh, here we go. Let's go for this one and we'll see where this one takes us. So you go into the job and then you can pull. Sometimes it's varied. It varies depending on the platform that you're on. Okay, so we're going to go up this way. Make sure you grab all of the stuff that matters. We're going to copy this. And in here, there is a job that seems. Let's paste all that in. And then it's going to look at everything based on the prior resume. And it gives you, it runs through the responsibilities and the qualifications, what your qualifications are, and it says where you're a match and where there are gaps. And overall, this position looks like a good fit, and it rates it a 4 out of 5. Where are some areas I can improve to be? And it's thinking, it's got the 3 little dots. And so industry knowledge, and then the local media strategy. So some of these things may not be explicitly called out in the resume, but they might already be skills. So what Jane Doe would do is she would go back in. If there are any of these gaps, it shows like they're not showing up on the resume, but they really should. She can go back and she can modify her resume based on that. Please craft a custom cover letter applying for this job using same tone as in my bio, which I uploaded. And because I have the bio, I uploaded the bio, it should generate a letter that sounds like Jane Doe. And then rewrite that. How many paragraphs are there? 4 paragraphs. And you can tell it, be succinct, be brief. Don't go more than 4 paragraphs. Don't do more than, however many words. Be familiar. You can give it all kinds of directions. And you can have it be basically give it the personality that you want it to have, that you yourself have. And by having this bio and having a really complete and really comprehensive view of who you are and presented in the style that you have, the personal communication style that you have, you are able to instruct the app to communicate in that way. Paste and say there's not really, it didn't really look there are many, marketing director jobs available in New York for some reason. Other professional positions could I apply for? So if you are moving to a new area or your area of specialty isn't really that concentrated, or there aren't that many opportunities for your area of concentration in a new place that you're moving to, you can ask it and say, hey, what else could I do? And it looks like it's giving a series of things. And it's still VP of marketing. What other professional positions could I do? Could I pursue positions other than marketing? Again, the more specific you are, the better your results are going to be, or the better suited your results are going to be to what you want. So the one thing that AI cannot do, it cannot read your mind. And there are so many variables and there's so many different variations on what people can ask for, that just putting some random or very vague direction in is not going to be very helpful at all. You're not going to get what you want. So based on skills and experiences, you could pursue positions outside of the traditional marketing roles. You could do business development, you could be a product manager, sales director, operations manager, all of these things. So these are all things that you can do. Consider consulting. You could do consulting, but here are all these different things. And you can say, tell me more about becoming a corporate strategy analyst. And you can ask it, say, hey, that sounds interesting, so tell me more. And then it will think about it. And then it's going to go into its massive corpus of information that it has, and then it's going to give you a rundown. It's going to give you the role overview and your skills and all of this, and generate a custom resume for me for this kind of position. Do not include all of my work history, but only go back to 2010. And let's see what it does. Okay. Corporate strategy analyst. So it puts a strategic spin on things, and execution and market analysis and all this kind of stuff. So you can use this as a jumping off point. And granted, this is not going to be the silver bullet. It's not going to fix everything for you, but it will give you more things to think about. And it will give you more data in your own brain to work with. And then that in turn, you can feed the data that comes from your brain back into this, and you can have this ongoing back and forth that will take you in other places and give you other ideas and maybe give you some more direction. If you're kind of stumped and you don't quite know where to go or what to do, this can help just by adding more information to the whole mix and adding more data and adding more considerations. And there could be things that you never even considered. It never even occurred to you that you could do this out of the other thing. But lo and behold, hey, look, you could actually be very qualified. And then you can go over to Indeed, and let's see if there are any corporate strategy analyst jobs in New York, New York. Senior level. Hybrid. And pay. Okay. And obviously you're going to have to look and you're going to have to discern for yourself. But this gives you a little bit more. This is another tool for your toolbox. It's another companion, another assistant that you can use to figure things out. And in the world that we live in right now, with everything as Wild West as it is, it's good to have help. So I hope that this helps you, and I wish you well and best of luck if you're out there looking for a job.